Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is FPL Elma, and today we are going to be going through my Game Week 1 draft, my first draft of the FPL new season. I know I've been out for a while, I've been taking a break, and now we're finally back. And what a better way to start off the FPL 24-25 journey with a draft. Very excited to show you what I've been cooking. I entered the booth, I entered the kitchen, and I've managed to cook something special. But let me know in the comments whether you think it's something special or whether I can improve on the team as well. So, uh, before we get into the video, if you're new around here, make sure you leave a like, make sure you subscribe, and also make sure you hit that bell so you don't miss when I post any content on the channel. And not wasting any much time, let's get straight into it. So before we get into the actual videos, I've reactivated the leagues, and these are the codes that are going to be used for entering the league. We have the classic and the head-to-head league, and I'm going to be giving the winner of each league a chance to pick the jersey of their own team of their own liking, and I'm going to be buying the kit for them. So make sure you join up the leagues. The links are the league code. The links will also be down in the description. Make sure you go check them out. Of course, also down in the description are going to be the links to my socials. So also make sure you check that out as well. So now let's look at the actual video that everyone has clicked the video for. So this is the team I've decided to go. So we can start off with the goalkeepers and the defenders. So first of all, the goalkeepers. We're going to be having Everson in there at 4 million. So I was looking at the stats for Leicester during the championship season. Everson actually played most of the games last season. Not all the minutes because some games he was injured, or some games they are giving Ward a chance to play some games here and there. Because Schmeichel left the club pretty early, so I think Everson played a lot of games, and that's why I've gone for him in there because he's an nailed-on goalkeeper, and at 4 million, he's giving the Ariola vibes and Matt Turner vibes from last season, and of course, he's going to be relatively low-owned, which will give a chance to um when the likes of Martana, who are very highly owned, when people move him on, his price drop is going to be real significant, and that's why I'm going for Everson, who is not highly owned. Then you have partnering him is going to be Flecken. Bedford did not keep a lot of clean sheets last season, but I think Flecken is a decent option for this season. Brentford, I think they have easy fixtures as well, and they looked very good. They've been strengthening. I think they're going to be buying some centre backs here and there, although they have lost Max Kilman. I think at Brentford they have lost him. It's going to be interesting to see how they're going to replace that and how they're going to keep a clean sheet. Of course, I'm also looking at Emi Martinez from Aston Villa. Aston Villa have one of the best fixtures on paper for the first 5 game weeks, and that's something I'm looking at as well from him. So now we can look at the actual defenders. We're going to be having Mikolenko. Last season, Everton managed to keep the second most clean sheets in the league. Although Mikolenko was not involved a lot because of injury, it's good to see him back in preseason as well as he's been back for played some few minutes during the Euros for Ukraine. So now he looks like he's back to fitness. So he's going to contribute a bit more, and we're going to keep some clean sheets as well. Then we have Van Dijk, also part of the defense. Van Dijk is very good. Is an assured starter for Liverpool. He played most of the minutes last season, apart from when there was rotation here and there. But he did play a lot of minutes last season, and of course, his aerial threat when it comes to set pieces. So I think that's why Van Dijk is in the team. And of course, Liverpool have one of the easiest fixtures on paper as well. I think the only tough fixture in the first 5 is Manchester United, who they destroyed 3-0 just the other day. But hey, it's pre-season. No one takes them seriously, as they say. But yeah, so Van Dijk is going to be in there. Then you have Faz in there at 4 million. That's the same as Everson. Looking at Leicester last season, Faz actually played a lot of minutes for Leicester in the championship. That's why I've gone for him. And it's not ideal having two Leicester backline players, but I think at 4 million, at 4 million, I think it's a relatively easy option to have him in the team. It's a good budget option as well, and just a player who's going to be there. Even playing a starting 11 doesn't start. at least you have Faz, who's a guaranteed starter to be able to fill that space that is left by the other player. Then you have Anderson in there at 4.5 million. So Palace looked really good last season in defense, and Anderson with the aerial threat managed to score a lot of goals. The slight concern I have is that there are rumors that McGay is close to joining Newcastle, which will be very surprising. Which I mean, not surprising, but it will be very interesting because I think it will be worth going for McGay for Newcastle instead of going for Anderson, because I think they're the same price. The reason for following for Anderson, the reason I went for Anderson is because Anderson offers more than Gay. But if Gay goes to Newcastle, I think it's a better option to go for Gay because Newcastle tend to keep a lot more clean sheets compared to Crystal Palace. And then the last player on the team on the defensive line is going to be Barco from Brighton at 4 million as well, same as Faz. I'm not so sure he's going to be a guaranteed starter or not because someone like Lewis Dunk at 4.5 million, who is going to be a guaranteed starter. He played every single minute for Brighton last season. I think he's a more better option, but looking for that 0.5 million is going to be a little bit difficult, but I still think Dunk is a better option to go forward. For now, I'm going to be going with Barco and hope that he's going to be able to perform. Then other consideration, another player I'm thinking about is Trent, of course. He's the most expensive defender in FPL this season, and there's a reason for that because his attacking threat is outstanding. He's on set pieces as well, and he can score goals from free kicks as well. And Liverpool tend to keep some clean sheets here and there. That's why I'm thinking of going for Trent instead of Van Dijk in there. But it's going to be interesting, and yeah, we'll see what's going to happen before the deadline comes. But for now, after the defense, we're going to be having Iversen, Flecken, Mikolenko, Van Dijk, Faz, Anderson, and Barco. So now to look at the midfield. Some of the for the midfield are going to be going for Odegaard, who's going to be the Arsenal cover in there. Saka is a little bit expensive. Declan Rice is not a FPL type of player, although he is on set pieces from the left side, and he comes up with goals here and there. But I think Odegaard is a little bit better option in that midfield, and Havertz has been moved to the striking position, the forward position. So that only leaves Odegaard as an Arsenal cover, and that's what I'm going to be going for him. Then we have Salah in there. I think Salah for me is nailed on. After watching him in preseason, he's looked really sharp, looked really, really good. Of course, he's had a long break because he didn't have any international duties. That's why I have gone for him in there. Then we have gone for Gordon as well in there. Gordon last season played really, really well. He looked really, really good, and hope that he's going to be able to perform. And also the fixtures for Newcastle in their first five fixtures look really, really good. And I think Gordon is a must to have in your team. I had him last season, I think from game week 1 until the end. It did not disappoint, and I'm going to do that again. I'm going to have him in the team. I was going to be able to perform. Then we have Odoi at 5.5 million. This is one of the players I'm not so sure about because I don't think Nottingham Forest are going to have a good season, but to be fair, they've looked really good in preseason, and their fixtures also look very, very good as well in the first five. So I think it's maybe a good option to go for. But the problem with Nottingham Forest, they have so many attackers, they have so many wingers, so you don't know who is going to start, you don't know how they're going to rotate. But for now, Odo is going to be in the team. Then we have finishing off the midfield, we're going to be having Nkunku in there for the Chelsea cover. Well, they have a tough game week 1 against Man City. Of course, no Man City are going to be pushing the league, but in recent times, Chelsea have given Man City um, a hard games. But I think this time I think Man City are going to win. But Nkunku is going to be the Chelsea option because I think Palmer is just a bit expensive at the moment. They're going to be having Nkunku in there. And then the other consideration I'm thinking of is to have Jota. The problem with Jota is injury prone, and Liverpool only Salah is nailed on in the attacker because they have Jota, they have Nunes, they have Luis Diaz, and they also have Gakpo, who looks very, very good on the left side during the Euros. It's going to be interesting to see how they're going to line up and what's going to be the rotation. But for now, I'm going to this is the midfield I'm going to be going for, and we're going to see what's going to happen before the deadline. We're going to be having Odegaard, Salah, Gordon, Odoi, and Kunku as my midfielders. Now let's look at the forward line. So for the forward line, you're going to be having Haaland, of course. Even if Haaland was 20 million, he'd still be in the team no matter what. Back to back golden boots for him, so it was a very easy option to have him in the team. And I'm sure he's going to win the golden boot again this season, and he's going to be able to perform. Then you have Isaac in there at 8.5 million. That's the same reasons as Gordon. He looked really good last season, and he's also been playing very well. And even preseason, he's looked really sharp. The only slight concern with Isaac is what about Wilson? But the good, not the good thing, but with the thing with Wilson is that he's injured quite often in the Premier League. He doesn't play a lot of games, and when they play together, they still play really well, Isaac and Wilson. So I think Isaac is going to be nailed on this season of being able to perform. Then I've gone for Stewart as the 4.5 million enabler in there. I just think with Che Adams leaving Southampton, it gives Stewart a little bit of a chance to play some games, and nobody's going to be able to perform. The other option at 4.5 million is to go for the Nottingham Forest player who's just come back from loan. Also 4.5 million. Maybe they have a plan for him. It doesn't look like he's going to be leaving, so that's also a very decent option. But for now, I'm going to be sticking with Stewart just because of Che Adams leaving. Then for other considerations, other player I'm thinking about is Chris Wood. As I've mentioned for Odoi, Nottingham Forest have one of the easiest fixtures on paper from game week 1 to game week 5, and that's why I'm looking at going for Hudson or and for going for Chris Wood in the attacking third as well. So that's the team that I'm looking like. The forward is going to be Haaland, Isaac, and Stewart. That's the team. Now let's look how we're going to be lining up for game week 1 if I took this team on. So this is how we are going to be lining up for game week 1. If I go with this team, we're going to be having Flecken in goal, Mikolenko, Van Dijk, and Anderson at the defense. Odegaard, Salah, Gordon, Odoi, Nkunku, the middle of the pitch, and then Haaland and Isaac as the forwards. And then at the bench, Iversen, Faz, Barco, and Stewart finishing off the team there. That's the team I would go for if I was going for that draft, but so the final team, I might change some things here and there, but for now, this is what I'm going to be going for. So in the comments, let me know who you think I should add into my team and who you should think I should remove from my team. And with that, I'd like to thank you all guys for watching. If you have managed to reach this far, don't forget to like and subscribe. And with that, I'd like to thank you all guys for watching, and I'll see you all guys later. Bye bye.